Have you ever felt your feet go numb or tingly, even while relaxing indoors? Many seniors brush it off, thinking it's just part of aging. But what if the fruits you eat every day, the ones you've trusted for years, are silently making things worse? Some may trigger nerve inflammation or cause blood sugar spikes, especially in those with neuropathy, diabetes, or poor circulation. And yet, we often enjoy them without a second thought. Today, we'll explore 6 fruits that may not be the best choice for seniors, as they could contribute to foot numbness and affect your overall health. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that button and turn on the bell. That way, you'll stay updated with helpful health tips tailored just for you. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you have any suggestions, type R0 to share how I can improve the content for you. Peripheral neuropathy affects more than 25 million older adults in the United States. This condition involves the nerves in your extremities, particularly in the feet, not functioning as they should. It may lead to sensations like numbness, burning, tingling, or the feeling of walking on cotton. For individuals with diabetes or seniors with poor circulation, this condition can progress quickly, potentially resulting in falls, infections, or foot ulcers. So, what role does fruit play in all of this? Fruits are a wonderful source of vitamins and fiber, but it's important to note that some varieties have high sugar content, may promote inflammation, or contain compounds that negatively impact nerve health. For seniors, especially those who may be more vulnerable, it's essential to recognize that not all fruits are equally beneficial. Let's take a moment to explore 6 types you may want to consider avoiding or limiting, starting today. 1. Pineapple, a fruit with surprising sugar content. Pineapple, with its vibrant color and natural sweetness, is often viewed as a symbol of vitality and good health. It's a tropical favorite that many seniors have enjoyed for years, especially in summer salads or as a refreshing treat. Yet, beneath its cheerful appearance lies a hidden concern, particularly for those dealing with circulation issues, diabetes, or nerve sensitivity in their feet. While pineapple is celebrated for its taste, it contains a significant amount of natural sugars, especially fructose. Though naturally occurring, consuming large amounts can still create health challenges. Just 1 cup of pineapple delivers over 16 grams of sugar, and it enters the bloodstream quickly, potentially disrupting your body's balance. For seniors, the body may not process sugar as efficiently as it once did. This sudden spike in blood glucose can lead to what healthcare professionals call glycemic stress, a cycle where blood sugar levels rise rapidly, then crash, depriving nerves of the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay healthy. This damage often shows up first in the feet. You may notice sensations like tingling, numbness, or a soft, cottony feeling while walking. Even after sitting for a while, your foot might still feel tingly or slightly numb. That feeling isn't just uncomfortable, it's a signal worth paying attention to. This suggests that your nerves may not be functioning properly, possibly due to reduced blood flow and elevated sugar levels in your bloodstream. Pineapple, when consumed regularly or in large portions, can quietly accelerate this process. It's also worth noting another factor: inflammation. Pineapple contains a compound called bromelain, which in some individuals can irritate the gut or act as a histamine trigger. Although it's a natural food, the sugar in pineapple may contribute to chronic inflammation, a process that can gradually affect your joints, circulation, and even your peripheral nerves. What was once considered a healthy treat may now be subtly impacting your mobility and comfort. So, what's most concerning? Pineapple delivers a delightful flavor that evokes memories of summer and youthful energy. Yet, for aging nerves and sensitive feet, it can sometimes be a sweet illusion. But pineapple isn't the only fruit that can be misleading. Let's now turn to another option, one that seems hydrating and harmless, but may be more deceptive than it appears. If you're still watching and finding this information helpful, I'd love for you to share your thoughts by commenting number 1 below. That tells me you're with me on this journey. Now, let's gently transition to our second point. 2. Watermelon. Sweet, refreshing, but risky watermelon is juicy and cooling, a summertime favorite. Its natural sweetness and high water content make it a go-to snack when the weather is warm. Inviting as it may be, this fruit comes with hidden concerns. Biting into a chilled slice of watermelon often brings back memories of childhood picnics, family reunions, and shared laughter under the sun. With its soft texture and refreshing quality, watermelon feels like a safe, comforting choice. However, for older adults, particularly those experiencing numbness or tingling in their feet, this seemingly innocent fruit can pose challenges. While delicious, watermelon has a high glycemic index, meaning it can cause blood sugar to spike rapidly, much like candy. These quick spikes and crashes in glucose may not seem alarming at first, but over time, they can damage the small blood vessels that nourish your nerves, especially in your hands and feet. When nerves become inflamed, they may be deprived of oxygen, leading to gradual deterioration. Unfortunately, once nerve damage sets in, it's often difficult to reverse. The tingling in your toes, or the feeling of walking on pebbles or cold tiles, may be early signs of something more serious developing over time. Watermelon can also give a false sense of hydration. Yes, it's filled with water, but it lacks key electrolytes and fiber, both of which are necessary to help your body manage sugar effectively. So while it may feel cooling and hydrating in the moment, it may actually leave your body working overtime to stabilize your blood glucose. For many older adults, especially those managing diabetes or prediabetes, watermelon may seem like a guilt-free indulgence. But in reality, it could be quietly worsening circulation and nerve sensitivity over time. Here's the emotional twist. Watermelon tastes innocent. People enjoy it, believing it brings benefits, yet it may be contributing to nerve degeneration, imbalance, and even a higher risk of falls. This raises an important question. If even watermelon can be problematic, what about smaller, bite-sized fruits we often snack on without thinking? Let's take a closer look at a fruit you might find in nearly every senior's refrigerator. 3. Grapes. The quiet disruptors. These little treats are sweet, tasty, and easy to enjoy by the handful. Grapes are commonly regarded as a gentle and safe fruit choice. Imagine placing a bowl on your table, reaching for a few as you read the paper or watch your favorite television show. They often seem like a smart alternative to chips or cookies. However, for older adults, especially those experiencing numbness, tingling, or burning in their feet, grapes can be surprisingly misleading. It's essential to recognize that grapes come with certain risks, not just because of their sugar content, which can reach up to 23 grams per cup. That's a detail worth noting. The real concern lies in the type of sugar they contain. Fructose. This natural sugar can strain the liver, spike blood sugar levels, and slowly contribute to metabolic imbalances. For seniors with reduced insulin sensitivity, these fluctuations can place added stress on peripheral nerves, particularly those farthest from the body's core, like in the feet. And since grapes contain very little fiber, their sugars are absorbed rapidly. Each handful delivers a quick hit of glucose into the bloodstream. Over time, this can lead to inflammation of blood vessels and nerve endings, restricting the flow of nutrients to the nerves that keep your legs and feet feeling alive and responsive. What may start as a mild tingling sensation can progress into a deep, burning discomfort, or even persistent numbness that makes it hard to feel the floor beneath your feet. What makes grapes especially tricky is how easy they are to overeat. Their small size and sweet flavor make it tempting to grab a few, and then a few more. Unlike a rich dessert, it's easy to lose track of how much you've had. But your nerves know. They respond to every extra gram of sugar, every moment of oxidative stress, and every slowdown in circulation. It's worth remembering that grapes are often paired with cheese, crackers, or even wine, combinations that can compound sugar load and aggravate nerve sensitivity even further. What seems like a harmless pleasure can gradually impact your comfort, balance, and independence. That's why it's so important to stay mindful of the foods we trust. Even small fruits like grapes, often celebrated for their health benefits, may carry hidden consequences for nerve health. Now, let's gently move on to a fruit that's probably been part of your breakfast routine for years, and one that might also be quietly affecting your nerves in ways you haven't considered. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below. It lets me know you're still with me. 4. Bananas. Sweet, comforting, but caution-worthy bananas are a fruit many people enjoy. They're not only tasty, but also packed with nutrients that offer various health benefits. Peeling a banana can feel calming and familiar, a simple, comforting act, especially for seniors who include them in their daily routine. You've probably heard that bananas are great for potassium and muscle cramps. And while that's true, there's more to consider, especially for those with nerve issues. Bananas, particularly when fully ripe, contain a significant amount of natural sugar. A medium banana can have around 17 grams of sugar, mostly in the form of glucose and fructose. For older adults, sudden increases in blood sugar from these sugars can be problematic, especially for those with reduced insulin sensitivity, prediabetes, or type 2 diabetes. Over time, these spikes can lead to inflammation and swelling around peripheral nerves, especially in the lower legs and feet. And when nerve tissue becomes inflamed, it disrupts the electrical signals that help us feel and move. The tingling in your toes, or the sense of cold, even in a warm room, may be a gentle message from your body that something's off. Bananas also contain a natural compound called tyramine, which can affect blood vessel constriction and blood pressure. While usually harmless in moderation, if consumed in excess or combined with certain medications, tyramine can influence blood flow and further reduce circulation to the feet. And when blood flow is compromised, nerves can't heal properly. Nerve damage often progresses quietly, without early symptoms, until it becomes a serious problem. We often enjoy bananas, believing they support heart health and muscle function, and in many ways, they do. But what we tend to overlook is how they might affect our delicate nerves. It's a powerful reminder that even healthy foods can become less helpful as our bodies change with age. While bananas have long been cherished for their natural sweetness, they may carry hidden risks, especially in older adulthood. And when this fruit is consumed in more concentrated forms, such as dried banana chips, those risks can quietly grow. Now, let's turn our attention to a category of fruit that delivers intense sweetness in tiny portions, and whose effects might surprise you. 5. Dried fruits, a closer. Look at their impact. They may look harmless in your pantry. A small handful of raisins, a few dates, maybe some dried apricots or figs, all neatly sealed in a zippered bag. You might even add them to your cereal for extra fiber and a touch of natural sweetness. For decades, dried fruits have been viewed as a healthy snack, a more wholesome alternative to processed desserts. But many people, especially older adults, don't realize that dried fruits contain some of the highest sugar concentrations found in food. For those already experiencing nerve changes, particularly in the feet, that concentrated sugar can quietly become a problem. When fruits are dried, they lose water but retain their sugar and actually concentrate it. What was once a single piece of fresh fruit becomes a compact bite rich in fructose and glucose. For example, a small handful of raisins can contain as much sugar as a chocolate bar, but without the obvious guilt. That's worth being aware of. Dried fruits may seem gentle and wholesome, but for seniors with blood sugar concerns or nerve damage, they can be misleading and even harmful. Because the sugar in dried fruits enters your system quickly, it spikes your bloodstream and triggers a strong insulin response. And for older adults, whose metabolic systems may be slower, blood sugar can remain elevated for longer, increasing the risk of chronic nerve inflammation. Over time, this constant sugar exposure can damage the tiny blood vessels that nourish your peripheral nerves, especially in the legs and feet. If you've ever felt a warm, burning sensation in your feet at night, or a numbness that makes it hard to feel the floor beneath your toes, these may be signs that your nerves need support, and dried fruits might be playing a role. Another important note: many dried fruits are treated with preservatives like sulfites. These can cause inflammation or allergic reactions in some people, adding yet another layer of concern. And because dried fruits are small and chewy, they're easy to overeat. Too easy, in fact. Now, imagine a fruit that still looks fresh and healthy on the outside, a fruit linked with immune strength and vitality, yet may quietly interfere with your health and medications. Let's take a closer look at the final fruit on our list. One that may surprise you. 6. Oranges. Not always as heart-healthy as you think. For generations, oranges have symbolized good health. From school lunches to senior center breakfasts, they've been praised for their vitamin C and immune-boosting power. You may even remember being told to drink orange juice during flu season to stay strong. While that advice still holds value in certain cases, for seniors, especially those managing nerve problems, diabetes, or circulation issues, oranges might not always be the best choice. Let's start with sugar. A medium orange contains about 12 grams of it. That might not sound like much, but when consumed frequently, particularly in juice form, it adds up fast. The problem is, juicing removes the fiber that slows down sugar absorption. What you're left with is a sweet liquid that acts more like a soft drink than a piece of fruit. For older adults who may experience slower metabolic function and reduced insulin sensitivity, it's important to recognize that excess sugar can pose significant risks. Over time, it may gradually damage the delicate blood vessels that nourish peripheral nerves, especially those found in your feet. In addition to their sugar content, oranges also contain a notable level of acidity. While this acid might not affect younger, healthier bodies, it can irritate nerves that are already inflamed or sensitive. This irritation may increase that familiar tingling or burning sensation in the feet. For those experiencing neuropathy, it could lead to greater discomfort, nerve hypersensitivity, and even sleep disturbances, all stemming from a fruit many consider completely safe. Another key point: oranges may interact with common medications prescribed to older adults. They can interfere with how your body processes statins, blood pressure medications, and certain anti-inflammatory drugs. That means the fruit you believe is supporting your heart may actually be weakening your treatment and quietly contributing to discomfort in your legs and feet. While oranges can still be a pleasant part of your diet, it's essential to be mindful of how often you consume them and to understand how they affect your overall health. Now that you've seen how some well-known fruits may quietly impact your nerve health, you might be wondering, what should I eat instead? You may be surprised to learn that some of the best fruits for your feet are the ones we often overlook. What are your options? It can feel disappointing to discover that certain beloved fruits might contribute to nerve issues or foot numbness. That feeling is valid. After all, many of these foods were long promoted as part of a healthy diet. But as we age, the rules begin to shift. Our bodies become more sensitive, our nerves more fragile. What once nourished us may no longer be ideal. The goal isn't to eliminate fruit altogether. It's to make more thoughtful, deliberate choices. Choices that nurture your nerves, improve circulation, and align with your body's natural aging process. Start by selecting fruits that are naturally low in sugar, but rich in fiber and antioxidants. Berries, such as blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries, are excellent allies for seniors. They offer just enough sweetness to satisfy cravings while keeping your blood sugar stable, avoiding dangerous spikes. Plus, berries are packed with anti-inflammatory compounds that support nerve health and help reduce oxidative stress, which may ease the progression of neuropathy. Avocados, though often forgotten as a fruit, are another wonderful option. The healthy fats they provide are great for heart health and help maintain stable blood sugar, which in turn protects nerve function and keeps blood vessels strong. Avocados nourish the body in a calm, steady way, without the sugar crash that comes from sweeter fruits. And don't forget apples, especially when eaten with the skin. They deliver a satisfying crunch and a pleasing balance of natural sweetness and fiber, which slows digestion and helps maintain stable glucose levels throughout the day. Their slow digestion helps maintain steady glucose levels. Lemons, with their tart flavor and bright aroma, are often used to enhance dishes, and they're also a wonderful source of vitamin C. They support gentle detoxification without the added sugars found in oranges. It's important to include fruit in your diet, but to focus on those that truly align with your body's evolving needs. Pairing these fruits with protein or healthy fats, like a handful of nuts or a slice of cheese, helps slow digestion, giving your body more time to absorb nutrients safely and effectively. This stage of life offers a chance to use your wisdom and experience to protect what matters most: your mobility, your independence, and your peace of mind. As you move forward, you might begin to wonder, are there other foods we've trusted for years that could quietly be affecting our well-being? The answers may surprise you and even empower you. Now let's take a quiet moment to reflect on what we've learned. Your feet may be sending you messages. Are you listening? As we age, we come to understand that staying healthy isn't just about what we add. It's also about knowing what to release. The fruits we've discussed today may be colorful, familiar, even comforting. But that doesn't always mean they're right for your body today. This is a truth many people overlook. Even something as natural as fruit can become a challenge when your body begins to change. And I share this not only from research, but from personal experience. I've felt the subtle changes in my own legs and feet, the tingles, the slight imbalance, the quiet signals showing up before something becomes more serious. And our nerves, they don't shout, they whisper through numbness, through unsteadiness, through that strange sensation that wasn't there last year. And those whispers matter because they're asking us to pay attention. The choices we make today shape how we live tomorrow. Whether we remain steady on our feet, whether we preserve our independence, whether we keep moving forward on our own terms. If simply rethinking the fruits on your plate could help you walk more easily, feel more confident, and live longer with independence, wouldn't that be worth it? You've come so far. You've earned the right to feel strong, comfortable, and supported every single day. It's important to be mindful of habits that may no longer serve you. Make your choices with care. Take your steps with care. Even the smallest change can open the door to a steadier, brighter future. The lessons we share are here to help you live with more strength, clarity, and confidence. Take a moment now to reflect. What's one thing you've learned today that you can carry into your daily life? We'd love to hear from you. Type 1 in the comments if this video helped you, or 0 if you'd like to see something different. Your voice truly matters. And if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss a tip designed with your health and happiness in mind. Thank you for spending this time with us. And remember, you deserve to walk forward with strength, peace, and purpose.